going on, guys? Welcome back to the Beyond the Backboard Podcast, another episode of the regular podcast. My name is Omar, and next to me, my beautiful co-hosts, Earl and Jay. Max will try his best to be here a little later on. I will have to dip at some point, but the boys will still be here holding it down. But to really, you know what? I'm going to just pass it to Jay right away. Jay, why don't you take us through everything that we got going on for today?
So, yeah, man, we're going to switch it up on the pod a little bit, y'all. So week to week, we're going to have a mediator. Instead of just free flowing the pod, just have some more structure. So everything makes sense, uploading wise for y'all as well. I know sometimes we're on here just rambling. Y'all don't know what we're talking about, but there's some structure now, and we coming with it every single week. This week is gonna be me. We're probably gonna change it up every week, but this week I'm gonna be mediating. When Max comes back, Max is gonna have some takes as well. But let's get into it, y'all. First off, how was y'all week? How's everybody doing? We good? Start off with Earl. Earl, you good?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I think it's been a great week so far. Obviously, had some fun football on. Not last night's game, not counting that game, but Monday night was pretty decent. And basketball's back. I'm vibing, bro. Great week so far.
I think it's been an amazing week so far. I don't want to spoil too much because we will get into it into the podcast, but just I'm gonna just put up a big W. And everybody can interpret that the way that they want.
No.
Whatever way they
just
want.
W.
Just W. Whatever name you got. Whatever you guys want to think about. WNBA, Victor Wembanyama, wins, dubs, whatever.
W. Not WNBA, WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA. yeah.
Okay. I got you. But I had a good week, y'all. I'm here. NBA's back. When NBA's back, I think everybody's happier. I think I'm speaking for everybody on the pod, everybody that's watching. But even though I love football, but NBA's superior. I'm sorry, I had to say it. NBA's superior. NBA's back. Bulls won opening week. We're opening game. Magic won opening game. So I'm on the moon right now. I'm happy. My teams are winning. Week is going good. Going into the weekend. So let's get it, man. It's Friday. Doing what I do with the boys as always, man. Always a good time. But before I get into our topics, y'all, actually,
we gotta open up with it.
Yeah. Let's go over the topics. So the topics for the pod today, we're gonna be talking about the NBA gambling scandal, of course, y'all. Got to talk about that. Something that's ongoing, that's pretty important right now. After we talk about that for a while, we're gonna recap our notable games of the week. So there's been some bangers this week. We're gonna go over some of those games. And then to close off, we're going to be doing some weekend picks. Each of us are going to have a game of the weekend. We're going to talk about why we like that game, who we got to win that game. Might give out some little props and stuff. I don't know. Who knows? We might do something new, try something out. But that's what we have going on for this pod for this week. And let's get into it, y'all.
Oh, man.
This gambling scandal. Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were arrested yesterday morning. At roughly 6 a.m., they got them early, so I woke up to the news. I woke up at 9 a.m. They're already arrested. Charges were out. Stories were out. Sean was already on first take. Starting off with Earl, man. What you think about this, bro? What you think?
Oh, man, it's a lot to digest. The first thing I'll say about the whole situation is this. Like, they was moving crazy, man. Chauncey Billups, man. That's probably the one guy I'm most disappointed in. Like, this dude was literally living a double life. He was running casino scams at night, and he was the head coach of the Trailblazers during his regular hours, which is crazy to think about because personally, we've had a lot of conversation on the show about how the Trailblazers are on the right direction as far as like rebuilding their team. They're in a great place as far as roster construction. Pretty sure they still own their picks. Damian Lillard's come back next season, and then you got your coach doing this craziness. It's just wild. And not on top of that, obviously he was pretty much busted for the scams. I mean, the dude was moving like, I don't know if y'all seen that movie, Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Yeah.
He was moving like that.
Yeah,
the card table, he had the X-ray card
glasses,
table,
bro.
He had the glasses, the contacts, everything. And he was basically like hey, I'm Chauncey Billups. Come hang with me. Let's get some fun games. But if you don't pay up because I scammed you, you might not walk out of here the same way you came in. Type vibe. And working with the mafia.
Mob ties.
Nice. And then
nothing but mob ties.
Freaking Terry Rozier on top of that, bro. Like, I'm not gonna say I knew But there was some fishy stuff with Terry Rozier because obviously everybody here has had some type of experience with sports betting. Terry Rozier's lines are pretty reasonable at times, and there was this one game I remember in particular where he had a good start, and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, Terry Rozier's out for the game. Like no like crazy injury that we can see on TV. He's just gone, and part of me feels like, man, like Adam Silver, which I know we'll get into a little bit. I think Adam Silver has officially let the integrity of the game just be lost. And this is not the first time Adam Silver has made questionable decisions, but it's pretty much a waterfall effect. What is his name? Jonte Porter. I think Porter.
He was the first. Yeah, he was the first domino to fall in all of this.
And we all know, like, I'll use this analogy. It's kind of weird, funny analogy, but like everybody knows if you see an ant, right? If there's one ant, then that means there's at least 20 to 30 around somewhere else. And that's the same concept with this NBA sports betting. If Terry Rozier was caught, if Porter was caught, there's probably at least minimum 45 plus people, NBA players, who have been secretly doing this. And now that they got the script, they know what to look for now. They're looking at bank statements. They're looking at your friends, your family members, everybody you're connected to, accounts, the overs, the unders, the medical records, really looking back if these guys were really sick or hurt. And now they know what to look for, because once the FBI gets involved, you're cooked. Like we've seen it. You're cooked. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Buddy Beasley. He got cleared on the other thing. But guess what, buddy? The FBI is knocking. Now they know what to look for. And he's probably not going to get another contract either. Yep. So to me, I'll pass it over to somebody else to kind of give their thoughts as well as we get back into it. But it's just absolutely shocking, I'll say. I'll say that.
Omar, thoughts, man. Talk to us.
Man, this is just straight up disappointing. I mean, I'm not going to repeat what Earl just said, but he pretty much summed it up real well, you know. Chauncey Billups, an NBA legend, but now somebody we can't even recognize anymore. And I gotta say, Earl was right about that ant thing. They did arrest like 30 people, I want to say, probably a little over 30 people, coaching staff. Kevin Garnett was involved, apparently. The Terry Rozier thing actually was a separate thing within itself, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. Terry Rozier wasn't actually connected to Chauncey Billups. They just happened to be arrested at the same time. But that was concerning the things that was happening over a year ago. And guess what, guys? I don't think you know this, but the NBA is going to have to start answering some questions here. Because didn't they clear Terry Rozier?
They did.
They're going to have to ask that question because ain't no way. I can understand they don't have the wiretaps. They don't have the phone taps. They don't have the technology to properly research it. But you can hire outside investigators to go and do this. It is a process that they don't act like they could go to the police and say, hey, we think we have potential fraud. We'll maybe even give you some money to look into this. Like, you have these resources to be able to look at these things authentically. And I'm not going to go into it and think it's just Adam Silver. Adam Silver is just the face. There is so many things behind this that it's so wrapped up. And again, not trying to repeat what Earl just said, man, but he's so right. So many NBA players are doing this. If you're not, so many NBA players are doing this. Yeah. And honestly, it's probably even more common to think, well, maybe they're just betting the overs, and then they just consistently like hit that over if it's necessarily small. Let's say a player has 4 rebounds. Jalen Brunson has 4 rebounds. He grabs 5. So that's a little easier for him than normal. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's just an example. But that's what players can do. Like, there are so many different things that players can do within these games that can really boost their odds and boost their winnings. So
yeah, to go off what Omar was saying, this is really unfortunate for the league, y'all. We are off to really a historic start to this NBA season. Yeah. We get double overtime, OKC versus Thunder. Then Lakers versus Warriors was a good game. Then Wednesday, the opening day game where everybody plays great games. And Thursday night, last night, amazing games again. And the fact that Wemby goes off, has one of the greatest individual performances we've ever seen.
By the way.
Yeah, BJ Edgecombe breaks the rookie records for most points in the debut. Like, literally a historic start to the NBA season. It's being overshadowed by this gambling stuff. Like, it's really unfortunate for the league that this comes up now. And it seems almost targeted. I don't want to get political or anything, but it seems targeted. They're trying to shine light over the good that's going on in the NBA, and it's very obvious. Like, y'all had all summer to do this, and y'all waited till opening night, the biggest week of the NBA season, and you break this. You let the man coach a game. Let Terry Rozier play in Orlando.
Why is the NBA allowing Terry Rozier to play? That's a question that they're going to have to ask regardless.
They arrested the man on the road. Like, they let him travel to Orlando with the team and arrested him outside of where he lives. It's just a very strange move for Kash Patel, the leader of the FBI, to lead a press conference for the NBA arresting gamblers. Is like, this thing is bigger. It's bigger than basketball at this point. The NBA. I watched Inside the NBA last night. They had Shams on there, and Charles Barkley said it verbatim. Did the NBA drop the ball on the Terry Rozier investigation? Yes. And Shams straight up said the NBA did everything in their jurisdiction to look into what Terry Rozier did. They took his phone. They looked through his phone. They did what they can do. What the FBI found is a whole nother thing. The NBA did their thing. So I don't really want to come at Adam Silver or do any of that, but he is the commissioner of the league, and what's going on under him has not been a good look. Like, it's bad. But I'm gonna get into specifics of this gambling scandal for those who don't know. Chauncey Billups.
I wanted to say something before we go into this deep. Jaylen Brown actually said something really interesting that I wanted to bring up. It happened a few minutes before we entered the podcast. He was at first, he was caught saying that he didn't pay attention to any of this type of stuff when he was asked about it. And he was saying, "Don't on me, and I'll tell you that right now." And then he went on, then he went again, and he said the whole world was introduced to this concept a couple of years ago, and I don't think they took players into consideration. We don't benefit from any profits, but we got to deal with extra negativity and scrutiny behind the gambling. So it's something to think about, because I look, I get it, right? Earl's looking at me like it's it's our money, we'll do whatever, but at the same time, I understand that where these players are receiving more and more hate from just playing the game of basketball. And yeah, you're going to have an off night, but it wasn't my decision to make you go and put $15 on me.
My counter for that, Jaylen Brown, you make $800,000 a game, brother.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear it.
I don't care. I'm putting my money on you. Like,
it's literally like, I agree with Jay. Like, that's just so like disconnected from the reality of this world. Like, dude, you're making insane amount of money. Do you realize, like, we have people like firefighters who literally save people's life. We have teachers who literally mold these people. Like, all these students, like all most successful people, had to go through some type of teacher who actually cared about them and instilled some type of life lessons to them. They're making
100 times less than them. 100.
Exactly. And you're making their salary times 20 in one game. So I don't want to hear it. If somebody wants to throw up a $5 here or there, bro, it just comes with it. Like, there's just certain things. Like, no, I'm not saying like, okay, fans should be out there. Hey man, go shoot my parlay. You blah 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 blah. Suck blah blah. Say like a whole bunch of crazy words. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, Jaylen Brown, like I get it. Like, you're not getting any money from this, but that has nothing to do with, which he did say, like, it's a tricky line that people are crossing as far as like players basically going into sports betting and putting bets against themselves or messing with the integrity of the game. So like, while I agree, like Jaylen Brown, he did have some points in that, but I think it was just wrong place, wrong time.
I was just about to say that, bro. It's the right message.
It's not about you, bro.
Like, you are very rich, so
yeah,
you have no place.
It's the right message, wrong person. I think you need to say,
because, I mean, not even wrong person, because like it can come from any NBA player and want to sound crazy.
Okay, but how about this? What if it came from somebody like us? What if it came from a non-NBA player? What would you say to that?
See, this
is different because it's not. It wouldn't make sense. Like, we wouldn't be like, oh, man, the players here and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter to us. Like, we're not the players. So it wouldn't. So it's not.
So you guys played pickup basketball before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So You guys been playing pickup basketball before, and there's probably old heads around the court. Hey man, I got $10 on that team, man. What's up?
Yep.
You want to bet me 10?
Yep.
Or the guys on the court like, yo, I get a cut out of that 10, right? I get $1. Like, bro, we don't care about that.
No,
like,
yeah, we're just like
that,
we just balling.
That's never the case. Like,
well, he's not necessarily asking for a handout. I'm not sure that's the
he's
point.
asking for.
We don't profit off the scrutiny that we get when we don't hit. We don't profit off of any of that, so it's point. But
he's basically
Brown,
asking for a pay.
You're a professional.
A cut of the money.
I see that point. Okay,
you kind of signed up for this.
Yeah,
if people talk trash about you for not hitting your bet, it is what it is. You can go out the next night and do even worse. You're still gonna get your $800,000 guarantee.
Yes.
As much as it sucks to say it, and I kind of have this in the back of my head, you kind of get paid to deal with the hate.
Yeah, you do.
You kind of get paid to deal with the hate. Like
I don't want to hear it, bro. Like
I don't want to minimize the game to that, because of course I watch the game for the game, and I know you guys watch the game for the game. I know everybody in the audience right now watches us because they watch the game for the game.
Some people do, but yeah,
I totally it all relates back. It all relates back. So it's one of those things. I see both sides of it all. I see both arguments, and I can kind of agree with both sides a little bit. I see it.
But let's hop into those details though.
Yeah, moving on with the details. Chauncey Billups was working with guys, the literal mafia, the Italian mob. 5 families were arrested. A total of 31 people were arrested with this Chauncey Billups scandal. He was allegedly rigging poker games across 11 states in the U.S. This kind of cheating involved X-ray machines built into tables to read face-down cards, contact lenses, glasses that pre-read marked cards, and secret cameras in card trays.
Oh my God.
So that's with Chauncey Billups. Damon Jones, similar to this case, but he also did on-court gambling. He's a close friend of LeBron James. Damon Jones, former player and also on coaching staff, had inside news that LeBron James was not playing from early in the morning with an ankle injury, and told people close to him. And of course, the word spread around that, yo, bet the under on LeBron, or bet the other team or the under in the game, something along those lines, because he knew LeBron wasn't playing before the injury report came out. This is also in 2023. So that is just with them. Terry Rozier is a complete separate thing from this.
Yeah, it's so that same thing that he was dealing with a year ago, right?
Yeah, in 2023, a year and a half ago, Terry Rozier, March 2023, we saw a huge spike of bets on his under. He allegedly told people and friends that day he was going to leave the game early with an alleged injury. Like Earl said, he was watching Terry Rozier, he was cooking, and the next thing you know, he was out the game. There were about $200,000 of bets placed on Terry Rozier's under that day, which resulted in tens of thousands of dollars in profit. This was 2023, and he was cleared by the league in 2023 or 2024 of October. So last year, almost a year ago today, he was cleared of all those things, and now the feds got him.
You know what's interesting though? I'll add on to this, guys. Which I was doing a lot of Twitter deep diving, because if you want to know anything in the world, just go to Twitter.
Go to the X.
Or X, yeah. So apparently, like, Terry Rozier didn't play another game last season, by the way. Like, after that whole scandal happened, he never played another game. So my thought process is this, like Omar mentioned earlier, like, obviously the NBA has access to all these numbers. They have access to more information that they're making it seem to be, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say Adam Silver knew.
The problem
with this is
what I was trying to say.
The problem with this is, just like Adam Silver does a lot, his best method of keeping the NBA in the spotlight is to ignore. He ignores all problems and doesn't speak on it. There's been certain situations, I'll just say it, bro. There's been situations where Adam Silver, ethically, to me, as a person,
we did just get a message in the chat. It is kind of important. The FBI reportedly paid LeBron James a visit earlier today. Due to this.
No.
The spectator page, but
this is a fake, bro. This has 200 followers.
No way.
No, that's fake.
Oh, okay.
But
it's followed by Centel. Never mind.
Anyways,
it was Centel.
Yeah. Anyways, basically, there's been a lot of situations where Adam Silver makes either the wrong decision or stays silent on situations that should be spoken up on. Like we had this situation with a lot of NBA players who are still playing in our league who are known abusers, which we have photos, video evidence of these things happening, and he pretty much sweeps it on the rug, doesn't talk about those things, by the way. We had situations, the only time he ever really either gets quiet or works under the scene to make sure things don't get out is when it messes with his money, right? So I feel like Adam Silver knew about all this. He tried to sweep it under the rug, but everybody knows you can only hide things so long until the FBI does real investigating work where you can't hide it. And you know what's telling me that he knew too? It's because there was one statement Sham said, Jay was talking about when he watched the thing, because I watched it too. The NBA was not made aware that they would be making these arrests in the morning. Like everything was done as a surprise. So my thing is, I honestly think the NBA was working together with the FBI and maybe allegedly not disclosing all the information they could have. And maybe the FBI realized that they start doing their own investigation and deep dives. And this is probably way bigger than what people realize. This is probably just phase one. Like Jay said, they wanted to make it a point and put all eyes on this. How do you do that? You do it on opening week when the NBA has just signed a new media deal with a new network. There was 5.6 billion people watching. Million people watching. The most since opening night since the 2010 LeBron James game. They said, I seen that on X earlier.
Wow.
So all eyes were on these type of situations. So when people are now watching these games at a high rate, like Jay said, every game is popping. Almost every game so far this season has been successful, like the big ones. All eyes are here. So why not do this at the prime time and put a spotlight to the NBA and what they're doing behind the scenes? I agree. I think this was intentional.
Yeah.
I think it was targeted. Whether it's right or wrong, either way, what these players are doing is wrong. I think they took an opportunity and they wanted to spoil the big nights, and it's definitely the most talked about things.
And like Earl just said, to spoil the big nights, like this is, in my opinion, it's the best opening week I've watched.
Yes,
like every game has damn near been a banger, and like it's just being overshadowed by this. It's really unfortunate for the league. In a league that gets talked about as losing ratings or whatever.
Yep.
The league's been eating lately. And like for this to overshadow it, kind of unfortunate. But like Sham said though, last year there was only 5 arrests made. In a year's time, there's been 31 arrests made. Not including NBA players, but staff, NBA, outside the mob in general. There's been 6 times the arrests made in 1 year. There are more to come. I hope that this gets handled in the right way, because we saw the NBA already drop the ball. Like Malik Beasley was Malik Beasley not cleared by the feds, but the NBA still investigating?
Yeah, New York criminal court. Yeah. He was cleared by them.
Yeah, so we got to see what happened with Malik Beasley. Jonte Porter's already had.
If he was cleared by the New York court, I think he's fine. But
he's still not on an NBA team. Omar, he's still not on the team.
I mean, I think this put like a hamper on anybody that even considered.
But Omar, you got to think though. A lot of these other people were cleared too. Terry Rozier was cleared by his local or his state official.
Yeah, people. I don't even think.
But once the FBI gets involved, it's cooked. They literally were like, Terry Rozier, you're good. Once the big dogs come in, they are going to look at everything. They're looking at every connection you didn't think was possible.
Handcuffs and shackles. I was like, is this necessary? Yeah.
That's what happens when you get arrested, though. I mean,
it's a very, very unfortunate situation, y'all. But we're gonna move on to the next topic. Recapping some notable games from opening week, starting off with Knicks versus Cavs. We're gonna let Omar take the floor because he's a Knicks fan. What you think, Omar? How did the Knicks look, brother?
You know what? I mean, I think it was interesting to see because the pace is definitely up. The Knicks are playing a lot faster than last season, which I really like to see.
Surprised me a lot.
Yeah, they're moving a lot quicker. They're shooting a lot of threes, and they're not playing a lot of defense, which is bothering me a little bit. Right? I understand we had two key defensive players. Really, Josh Hart is a rebounder. Mitchell Robinson is really a defender. So I guess it's kind of like. I would consider them the defensive side of the ball.
Those are two of some of your biggest effort guys on the court.
Yes, exactly. He's a spark plug and like the center. But I still liked like seeing Mike Brown not being afraid to go 11-man deep, right? Even though one of those people was Trey Dramus in the third, like can't grab a rebound to save his life. God damn it. But
Earl's making a face. That's his
no, he knows. I talked to him about it. I literally talked to him about it in the moment. I was like, bro, how did you survive with Trey Jemison? How?
Look, but it's because we didn't play him with the hopes of him being good. He was an enforcer.
Yeah. But look, we're also I feel like we're in that same kind of position because you know who really impressed me that night too was Ariel Hukporty. I've been saying his name for a minute. He really gives me a lot of Julius Randle vibes in the sense of like his movement and the way he moves and the way he plays the game. He's a lot more fluid. He's a lot more willing to pass the ball. He's a lot more defensive centric. He's Julius Randle with effort. I have to say it. And no three ball. But that's okay.
Okay.
That's all right. Miles McBride, he should be a starter. I think he should be considered in the starting role. He's amazing. I really can't say enough good about Miles McBride.
Start over who?
Miles McBride, Deuce.
Start over who?
Oh, probably like Mikhail.
No.
Yeah.
Mikhail had a great game.
Mikhail had a great game, I'll admit to you, but
because his length is
because that's why I say that though. That's why I say that. Yeah, because while the bench doesn't have that size. The bench, what it was that night, didn't have the size for that. So what you're seeing that night is that doesn't really look like it. When you see Hukporty come off the bench, you could kind of see how it works a little bit more with Mikal Bridges as like that person that kind of leads the second unit. But I still like Miles McBride. He just gives a lot of effort and he shoots that ball. He's not afraid to shoot that ball. He's not afraid to go after loose balls. He's not. And it's amazing because all these players are like afraid of getting injured, getting on the floor and all this and getting, I'm going to say it, he's getting dirty, but like you have to. And that's what I love about Deuce, man. He's a go-getter and he just wants to show this team that I'm saying it now. He's the X factor for this squad. Miles Deuce McBride, he is the X factor for this Knicks squad. If he does not play good, the team does not play good.
Okay.
Yeah. I think solid points. I did watch the game as like a outside bystander. I guess I'll talk about the Cavs side a little bit as well. I loved Evan Mobley's aggression. I think he's definitely taken that step offensively. I think he was a little bit
3-point reliant.
He was definitely out there trying a shot, which I don't mind it. Honestly, I think it spaces the floor a lot, but I think his offense definitely has to like settle in. Maybe it was like a first game of the season type of thing. He's trying out what he's been working out in the summer, which is cool. I did like how aggressive he was in that mid-range / post area. I think that's somewhere he should like really thrive. Kind of like the kind of like how Chet plays, if that makes sense, offensively. Like Chet is a guy who I feel like should step up a little bit more in that mid-range area. Like these bigger guys, like just take the easy shots and then you can warm up and pop out for a three when you're hot. I think we're just skipping steps a little bit offensively. I mean, elephant in the room, we can talk about Donovan Mitchell absolutely taking over. I know they lost, but my goodness, he scored like 16 straight after starting the game completely cold. That was crazy to watch. And once again, we got one of those classic games of Knicks versus Cavs, but obviously the Knicks kind of pulled away towards the end. But yeah, to me, I mean, it was a great opening start. I thought the game was great. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. He was taking and making tough shots. Footwork was looking even better. He was getting
my gripes with that dude right over there, that big-headed little.
But I mean, it's Jalen Brunson. He's posted. When you're a star player, you're supposed to take.
Yeah, shots. But you're not supposed to take. You're not supposed to take stupid shots, and he was taking some stupid shots that game. I have to say.
I'll say the same. Some of them stupid shots he's taking, he's gonna be making those in week 3.
I know. I know, and that's fine. But that's why Mike Brown took him out and kept him out from like the middle of the
true.
From like.
But I will say, like
the second to like kind of the middle of the third.
The one thing I have learned though, as far like your star players, they are going to take shots that look horrible sometimes, but the confidence has to be there in your players. I'm just saying, like I've seen Luka take some crazy shots in general. Like I've seen Braun take stupid shots, and sometimes they go in. I'm just saying it's just a perk you get when you're the guy. But
I've seen OG miss wide open threes, and I'm just like, you're supposed to be in 3-and-D guy. How are you missing? Wide open
he had a good game though. Everybody not.
He did, which surprised me because I was like, I don't even care. Like he
did OG have like 3?
He had 23. Threes? He had 23. He was like 8 for 14.
Omar expects excellence from his Knicks.
Yeah, I'm saying
nightly basis. Like Omar's weak. It's not
90%.
Okay, but if you're missing wide open threes, it pisses me off a little bit. I'm just saying, especially in a close game.
Your favorite shooters miss open threes. Like what?
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I think the Knicks look really good. I think the Cavs look good. The Cavs just need Garland. That's really it.
Yeah,
because when it came
down Garland, they would have
coming down and just control a possession or two. They did not have a guy. Lonzo Ball.
I was about to say.
Lonzo Ball.
They had Evan Mobley running that offense for a little bit too. Am I wrong? Like
Mobley.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about that.
Listen,
because
I like it. Had the ball a lot.
It was positive because it was resulting in like a lot of buckets. I don't know how I feel about it though. It's a little weird because he's not like the most fluid with the ball in his hand at the top of the key like that.
But I think he is now though. Like, do you like? I don't know.
I saw it, but I'm like, I'm still skeptical.
What I'm saying is this: like, almost every shot Evan Mobley took, except for like a couple of just like forced threes, I felt like I think they were in rhythm. And like on a normal night when he's hot, I think if he's shooting like that and that volume, he's a guy who can go and get 30 plus points if that's how he's moving. And I think like intentionally, like just the way he's dribbling, he does look a little bit awkward sometimes, but I think we're at the point now where it's just like there's no positions. Like Evan Mobley, we can be honest, he doesn't have to play like a center. Like Jared Allen is right next to him.
If I had to
go it used to be at a point where it was like Mobley had like the baby deer legs, like he's just like out there. He's like it was too sloppy. It looked a lot more controlled.
It did
a lot more intent with his moves and what he wanted to get to. Like how Chet was opening night is what I think. He's not as fluid as that. I don't think Mobley's as fluid as Chet yet. Because Chet on opening night, he was getting to whatever he wanted in that first shot. Started off 7 for 7. If Mobley can just up it just a little, and that was only game 1. He's probably going to progress throughout the season. His bag is going to get a little bit more fluid, but I thought Mobley looked great.
Yeah, and I really think he's going to really improve on that 3-point shot too. He definitely looks like it's just one of those games that he wasn't making them. Yeah. But he's going to become a real 3-point threat. I really do believe so. And I think it's going to be one of those situations where they have technically 2 centers on the floor, where it's going to be like a Jared Allen is kind of the more defensive big, and Evan Mobley is the more offensive big. Where you kind of see where in situations where you need Evan Mobley to work in the post, Jared Allen either stays out of there, trying that Gortat screen, or even just a simple box out, trying to get that offensive rebound, or trying to make space for Evan Mobley to get that rebound. So
I was about to say, and then to add on to that, what you just said, when you wake up and realize that Evan Mobley is still your best defender on the floor, and if he ups his offense, like you're saying, that's when you start coming in the conversation of being like a most improved type player. Like if he can go out there and be this offensive force and go out there and play defense like we know he can do, it's pretty much that's what Cleveland needs. Yeah,
but we're gonna go to the next game. Do you guys still want to talk about Thunder Rockets, even though it was a couple nights ago? You guys have thoughts?
No,
All right, I just want to let's talk about Thunder Rockets. I'll start off with that one. That was one of the best opening night games, obviously, I've ever seen. Tied the record for the most overtimes in the start of a game. I think 3 other games they said went to double OT, and this was the 4th one. I mean, we got prime SGA, we got prime Şengün going head to head. Probably going to be going at it for the next couple years. It was great to see, man. I mean, Amen Thompson definitely made that leap. He looks a lot better. I'm not going to say a lot better. Like, he still does everything he was doing last year, but it looks more fluid, a lot more intent with his game. Like before last year, you just saw him running to the rim, and he'd probably lose the ball. He was going to the rim, and he had moves and things to do to finish at the rim. Like, it wasn't as sloppy as it looked last year. He looked really good. I have some questions with the double big lineup. I think it was a little too cluttered at times. I really don't think that they should be starting Steven Adams. I think Steven Adams is a really good guy to bring up off the bench. Like I know Reed Shepard, he was being hunted on defense. Like I thought Reed was a solid defender. I defended Reed Shepard on this podcast being a solid defender. He is not. He's too small. Even Cason Wallace putting his shoulder in Reed's chest, getting a bucket. But they got to start Reed. Like you either start Reed or you start Tari Eason. Like Steven Adams just cannot be out there, especially against a team like the Thunder that's just gonna run all around them. Like Omar was saying, this Mike Brown offense with the Knicks, they're gonna run the Rockets out the gym. The Boston Celtics, the Philadelphia 76ers, how they were looking the other day, they're gonna run the Rockets out the gym. I think the Rockets could have easily won this game if they had played better lineups. Even though the double bigs does work, is at last season had the highest plus minus in the league with Alperen Şengün and Steven Adams on the floor at the same time. But we saw last year in the playoffs, having a lot of fast guys and being deep, 7-8 deep with wings and people who can move up and down the court is the wave. And I think the Rockets will figure it out. I think they will end up getting a guard at some point before the trade deadline. I got my eyes on a guy like Dennis Schroeder, Drew Holiday, maybe even Mike Conley on the Timberwolves. If they don't want to play Mike anymore, they play more DiVincenzo, Rob Dillingham down the stretch.
They seem like they've been doing a lot of ant at the PG.
Yeah, because DiVincenzo didn't have his shot last game, and it was a lot of ant. But I thought this game was great. SGA, of course, MVP. He came out, and then he had the first 3 quarters. Going into the fourth quarter, he had 11 points. He ended the game with 35 points, y'all. Like, he's just the best player. He might be the best player in the league. It's him and Jokic. They're going band for band every night on who you can give your take each night. I can't even argue with it anymore. He just had 55 last night. Goes for 35 in this game against one of the best defensive teams. Amen Thompson literally guarded him with everything he had. His calf gave out. Like, he started having cramps. It was just a great opening game, y'all. I'm going to pass the floor to Earl, though. What you thought about this one, bro?
Yeah, I feel like personally, I like what I've seen from the KD/Şengün duo. I think they work off of each other perfectly. Like Kevin Durant, obviously, is a guy who can create his own offense, but we've seen last year the biggest struggle with Şengün was he was getting doubles. Really, that last series, they were just sitting doubles. I mean, sometimes even triples at him, messing up his vision in the passing lanes. But when you have a guy like Kevin Durant as your running mate, your partner on the wing, like you can't do that anymore. And I think it's a lot more comfortable. We've seen him taking ISOs. Oh, you want to put Alex Caruso on me? Bet. Free money every single time. That's not going to work. And I think when you have that type of thing, like I think OKC gets away with that a lot because some guys are scared to play physical versus them. And Şengün was not having any of that. I think he had 40 points or even close to it, 30, 41. High 30s, 41. Like that, yeah. Amazing opening night for Şengün. And then Kevin Durant, KD's going to be KD. He was going out there hitting tough shot after tough shot. I think he had kind of a little bit of a slow start, but KD, all it takes is one bucket and he gets locked back in, which we've seen. And I think, honestly, we can probably blame this game loss really on overtimes. I think the more overtimes you go with OKC, the harder it is for them to beat, or just overtime in general. They just have this second gear motor that they click. Every single time they get into overtime, it's like they gain some type of energy.
They have so many guys. AJ Mitchell out of nowhere,
And Shea, look, man, love Shea, great, amazing basketball player, but my God, that whistle, man! I think he's already shot
over 30 free throws. He shot 24 last night. He shot 24 free throws last night.
So, and I was watching that game, boy. Some of them foul call, some of them were legit. Great foul, because foul baiting it's an art, right? Your favorite player has done it. I'm just saying, your favorite player has done it. Kobe did it. Jordan did it. As much you want to hate, go back and watch the film. These guys did it. But some of these calls, not even to Shea's point, I'm talking about the referees. I'm looking at you guys. You should be ashamed of yourself for calling some of these soft fouls. I see him barely, somebody barely grazed by foul. I'm like,
that Matthew one in the fourth was egregious.
Yes, and that was to foul him out. That's a pivotal point in the game. Yeah. Crazy. Wait,
since we're on the Houston game, we got to talk about this. The call at the end of the game, Kevin Durant clearly calls the timeout.
Yes,
dude,
that was
the refs. Insane. Come on, man. Yeah. Just to get my take in, I'm gonna keep it short because unfortunately I didn't see much of that game. I was very busy, but I saw that. And I saw Kevin Durant clearly call a timeout. Alfred and Sengun say, "No, what the fuck you doing?" And then Katie walks away like he didn't do anything. Like, it's one of those. You have to call that, man. You have to. It doesn't matter.
Do you have to though?
Yes. I don't care if the game ends like shit. You have to call that. If you're doing things by the book all game, if you're calling little things, little grazes that are getting on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you gotta call the fact that Kevin Durant's going when he has none.
Verbally and physically was calling timeout. And
yes. There is no way around that. They did. Stop it, Earl. Stop it.
I didn't see anything.
I'll pull up the video right now. Let's talk about it.
What did Kirby Smart say?
I didn't. What?
What?
Stop sign. I didn't. What?
I haven't called up. Then they show the replay. Damn, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I didn't call it timeout.
The Georgia game, bro. Kirby Smart definitely called a timeout.
Kind of like oh man, I had a great joke there. I can't say it right now.
Omar, to go on top of what you were saying, yes.
Yeah, like what the hell is that, man?
Egregious. But to end the game like that on the night,
I don't care. I don't care, Jay. I don't care. I do not care. And you know why I don't care? It's the same reason I just said. You're gonna call little shit for Shai. You gotta call everything.
And listen, I wanted the game to be over. I was sweating a Hartenstein under 8.5 rebounds. Sweating. I was sweating the whole game. It hit still, but I was sweating it. I did not want no extra overtime. I was like, yo, rep, call it. Technical foul. Free throw, end the game. And it went into overtime, but ended up being another great overtime. Sengun and Shai were going back and forth in that overtime. It was, man, it's going to be hard to top that. Like, that was peak basketball. We saw some peak hoops last night and that night, and all 3 nights. We're seeing peak hoops every night. But let's go to the next game, boys. Earl, you know you got the floor. We got to talk Warriors Lakers. What's up with your Lakers?
Honestly, first I'll start with this. I'll take
DeAndre Ayton. Okay, let me stop.
Right, anyways, I'll start with this. Like I said before, Luka and Reeves. I came on this podcast, said it with my chest. Luka and Reeves will combine for 60 plus every single night that LeBron is not here.
And you're right.
They combined for 67.
And
67, by the way. Yeah, Luka had 43. Reeves had 26. And they both pretty much had almost triple doubles. Almost. Well, Reeves kind of on the lateral. He had 5 rebounds to Luka's 12 and 9. But Reeves had 9 assists. So honestly, this game, it chalks up to, first I'll talk about the things that we can control, right? I felt like Rui Hachimura played a horrible game. In a game where there's no LeBron James, you have to step up scoring wise. I think he is our best kind of like physical driver to the basket without LeBron.
Absolutely.
He's proven time and time again, like that's his role when LeBron doesn't play. He usually steps up his game. I get his opening night, but at the same time, like you have to show up. Like it's literally, if you don't show up, we lose. Gabe Vincent, absolutely disappointing. This is the same Gabe Vincent, which once again I said I wasn't going to fall for, which I didn't. The same dude who shot and made 9 threes the other night in preseason, and like 5 or 6 the night before that, shooting lights out, most confidence in the world. When the lights are the brightest, playing against the Golden State Warriors on opening night, when we just need you to hit 3 shots, 1 for 4, horrible. Just looking at the bench is just horrible to me. I think that's clear. Obviously, we had inconsistency with our bench last season. Tonight was a career low from 3. I think we shot like 23 collectively from 3-point line as a team, which is horrible. Very low. And even I'll say, like, even if we had LeBron, it would be a close game. We only lost by 10. I think LeBron is a 10-point swing, but that doesn't change the fact that our role players are still absolutely garbage. Then I'll get into Aiden. Like, I have a lot of thoughts about Aiden. Most people's thoughts are purely negative, but I don't really
for a reason.
No, I don't really think of it like that. If you actually watch the game from start to finish, I personally think, like I listened to Shaq's segment, I 100% agree with him. I think Aiden offensively has to be a lot more aggressive. And I think that also comes with the fact that he has zero chemistry with Luka or Reeves. Like if you see where he's receiving the ball in these pick and roll actions, Aiden is like, okay, I'm popping. Luka's like, okay, I'm throwing a lob or I'm throwing it inside. And I just think they're not locked in as far as like a teammate chemistry wise to know what they're doing off these pick and roll actions. And I agree with Shaq. Like, if you get that ball, you should be pick and rolling, diving straight to the rim and dunking. There's no excuse for you to have a guy like, who wasn't on him? I think it was like, I'm looking at the box score here. It wasn't Kerr. I think it was like Pods. He had Pods on him for a couple plays, and he's just not going up with the ball. And I'm just sitting
Cat and Drew Holiday.
Like you're almost 7 foot or whatever. However tall you. I don't know how tall the dude is. Just dunk the ball. Like it's not that hard. But for me personally, what I did like from him, honestly, was his perimeter defense, especially coming from a Jackson Hayes guy who looked absolutely goofy out there trying to guard a Curry or a Devin Booker or something like that. Not saying he completely stopped them, but he did show signs.
He wasn't food on the perimeter at all.
Yeah, he wasn't food on the perimeter.
He was holding up.
But I do agree. Like, I think obviously he has to be a lot more aggressive in a game where you play 34 minutes. There's no way in the world you can finish with 10 points, and you're the main big.
That is it, Earl. His aggressiveness is just not there. Yeah. Like, does A not know he's a physical specimen? Like, dude, look at your show. Like, you have all the potential in the world to be a physical ass dominant big. Like, when Shaq cuts into Ayton, I feel him, bro, because Shaq has been through it. Like, bro, use your size, bro. Like Earl said, I saw Pods on him 4 times. He got ripped twice. So he turned it over once. He got ripped straight out of his hand once. And 2 times he just passed the ball up. Like, dude, what do you like? I just don't understand how you can have that much talent, because Ayton is talented as hell. He has a turnaround jumper. He's a rebound specialist. He can do all of that stuff. He just doesn't have it. He doesn't have the motor, guys. Like, he don't have the motor. But what you're saying, Earl? Keep going.
I was gonna say, like, now the things we couldn't control, which I'll give compliments to the Warriors. It's really hard, as we've seen the Warriors get another tough one last night. It's really hard to win a game when you got Jonathan Kuminga hitting 4 threes on the night. Like, that's just a fact. Jonathan Kuminga and Jimmy Butler too. Like, Jimmy Butler
went crazy.
Like, I was talking about this, I think with my dad, I forget. Jimmy Butler has this ability to be, he has all the power in the world. He can be the most nonchalant player. He can choose nights where he just doesn't do, and he does a bare minimum. But when Jimmy Butler sits up and is like, okay, I'm going to attack a matchup, which, my last pet peeve for this game, there's no way in the world ever, and this is on JJ Redick, there's no way in the world you look at the matchup and you decide, hey, I'm going to put Gabe Vincent on Jimmy Butler. I watched Jimmy Butler take advantage of that situation, that matchup, at least 8 times. Back him down, turn, spin, either a jump shot or a layup. There's no way in the world we have to watch that, copy and paste for the duration of a whole game with no adjustments. I would even say just put Larabia in there.
You put Larabia in there. Earl, I'm watching with my dad as well. We literally, this looks like a Miami Heat practice where he just going at Gabe like, yo, we practicing. I'm about to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, he was killing him. What? Like, why is Gabe guarding Jimmy?
Like, I'm sitting there like, I'm perplexed. Like, I mean, even though he's smaller or around the same size, I would even argue if you're gonna throw a guard at him, throw Marcus Smart. At least he'll flop or foul something.
Jesus, he was a
Gabe
hard
Vincent.
Marcus Smart is a hard watch.
Marcus Smart I hate watching that brother play basketball. Like, he tried to take Curry's arm out of his socket with the crank and pull. Then
that was a little bit dramatic.
He's flopping all over, like, bro.
That one was a little bit dramatic.
It's hard to watch. It's very hard to watch.
I do agree. The flopping, outrageous. I 100% agree with you. But what I will say is, we had this conversation on LAL. I love the energy, bro.
His energy's there. I can't lie.
I love the energy. Like, it's like a playable version of Pat Beverly. And what I mean by that is, I can realistically see Marcus Smart having a random game in the season where he has 25 to 30 points randomly, one game.
And his IQ,
I could never see that from
he has good IQ. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and like, minus the flopping, I think his defensive habits are good. I think the rotation, honestly, too, starting lineup is cooked. Gabe Vincent should not be a starter. What Gabe Vincent should be is the spark off the bench. We talked about this before. Like, Lakers, like, we were so good like 2 years ago because Reeves was our 6th man, and he was a guy who was like, at that time, he was probably like a 12 to 14 point per game scorer off the bench, right? So totally different now. He's 20 plus on any given night. But like, having that guy who can spark up offense off the bench, like, who's that for us right now? Jared Vanderbilt, Jake LaRabia, Jackson Hayes, like Marcus Smart. Cool, yeah. I would rather Marcus Smart. If you're gonna do 2-3 guards, I'd rather start Smart. At least he can try to guard their best defender or throw Veno in there. But like, why are we starting Gabe Vincent when he's not bringing us anything?
He's selling the parlays. He's selling the parlays. That's what he's doing.
I just want the wins, bro. Forget the parlay.
I think we could move on. I think we got a lot of thoughts out on the Lakers here.
So
yeah.
Did you want to finish it off? My bad.
No. I was just saying I didn't even say anything, but shout out to Luka though. He played and nobody else. Well, yeah, Luka.
He was the only one really giving you guys effort in that game. I have to say,
43 on opening night. Look, he was hitting everything, but no one's gonna talk about it because
his defense was okay.
Yeah,
his defense was okay.
He had a block. He got a block. Yeah,
I gotta say, he was in front of. It was in front of his. He was in front of his man.
2 steals, by the way. Three stocks, guys. 3 stocks. Just say
he looked okay. I saw it. He looked good. I test the stats, prove it. But on to the next game, Spurs Mavs, and we don't all. So really, this was not a good game. The Spurs were up 40. No, this was not a good. It was not a competitive game. I should say, not competitive at all.
That's true.
But we did get Cooper Flag debut, and we got Phase 2 Wemby. We got Phase 2 Wemby, y'all.
We got year 3 Wemby.
Like I'll let Omar start off.
I mean, look, I'm not trying to glaze, so I'll keep it at a minimum.
No. It was
because
historical. Like
you
can glaze. No, you can glaze.
No, because the way that I started when I screamed like crazy. That, I had to make it clear. I'm not gonna glaze.
No, go ahead. I need to hear this glaze. Go ahead,
dude. A physical specimen. Like what? I looked at this game. I'm watching this game. I see this man get a block, do a little sham god shimmy, take a step back, and 1-3. Like he's a goddamn.
Taking those bases
because like it blows my mind that he can do this as a 7. It blows my mind.
You're so like you're about to blow. Like, you're about to blow.
Yeah, really.
When that shit. When it happened. All right. This chat is getting too much. I can't do it, bro.
This
chat is getting too much.
Get back on the track. Oh, here we go.
Oh my god.
All right, continue.
Real stuff though. Wemby was actually like.
Bro.
He's coming after the legends. He's coming and stabbing everybody. He's oh my god. I can't even put it to words, man. He's gonna be the best player. He's gonna win MVP this year. I'm saying it here on episode 100 and something. Victor Wembanyama will win MVP and he will win Defensive Player of the Year.
This season,
he will win both. I'm so confident in that I would put money on it. You know what? Matter of fact, let's go to FanDuel. I was about to say you're matter of fact, let's go to FanDuel. Let's put it down.
Put 500 on it.
No.
No, I'm just.
I don't have a job. I'm not doing
just saying, like the way you were talking. I thought we were just.
But to bring it down a notch. Victor Wembanyama, genuinely, he's got to be the best player in the NBA right now, undoubtedly.
No, that was
skill-wise.
That was crazy. It was
the absolute absurdity of just what he is and what he does.
What did he finish with again? Let me go look.
He finished with like 40 and 20.
41, 15, and like 1 assist, but he had 3 blocks and a steal, I think.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying, bro. He's gonna be Defensive Player of the Year, and he's gonna be Rookie of the Year. I mean, not Rookie, MVP. Dude, if this is just the tip of the iceberg, which it seems like it is, he looks like it was barely trying out there.
No, listen.
I'm sorry. Did we miss over the fact that he made Anthony Davis, one of the best defenders in the goddamn NBA, look like an 8th grader?
No. Listen,
are we just forgetting that?
What's that got to do with?
Dude,
he's 7.
What is he going to do to the rest of the league?
Look. But what I'm saying is, look.
What is he going to do to the rest of the league?
So I'll say this. I know a guy.
He did set himself up. He did. He's talking crazy.
I know a guy who scored 50. And I know a guy who had 8 rebounds and a block. We're not calling him Victor Wembanyama.
We're not.
10 threes?
AG?
Only missed one? I'm just saying. I mean, MVP right now
greatest
is
opening
Aaron
game.
Gordon.
Damn near the greatest opening game ever. 50 points.
The MVP of the league right now is Aaron Gordon. How much help does Jokic need?
Chill out. All right, we ain't gonna do that.
He's getting carried. Jokic. Why are we not talking about how Jokic is getting carried? How much help does he need? 50 points? And Jokic is just sitting there like with that little wind-up three-point shot,
Jokic
breaking in the clutch.
Break yesterday. Pause. But yeah, but that was.
I saw the chat and I had to run away, bro. I saw the chat.
No, but real talk about Wemby though.
Yeah,
the kid's special. You know, he's got a lot of talent. I think he's gonna be great in this league for a long time.
Kid.
But like
yo,
I said,
somebody clip that, please. I'm gonna clip that.
I need to see it consistently. Like I love it. Don't get me wrong. Amazing game. Like realistically, if 80 is not gonna stop him, who is? Like real talk. And one of my biggest
that's what I'm
things I
saying.
talked about in the past is this. Like my biggest thing with Wemby was he was a wimpy kid. He was a stick figure.
He still is.
You draw. No, he's not. That you draw when he's a kid. Now, I said this before. Anthony Davis, you guys can go find the clips. When Wemby gets stronger, all that other stuff is cooked. When Wemby's not, y'all remember rookie year Wemby? I watched Anthony Davis drop 40 on him because he was backing him down,
and B dropped 70
putting him under the
him.
rim.
B dropped 70 on him
because he had no weight on his body. This dude, and we're not talking about like just the pure skill level. I mean, the dude has a King bag. He has Kevin Durant. He's getting into the Curry bag. He's doing the behind the backs. Like this dude is collecting infinity gauntlet level stones of everybody's ability, putting on the gauntlet, and he's going out there and playing ball every single night.
Hakeem, what did you do?
So the most riveting, the biggest takeaway with Wemby for me in this game is not only the handle looks tighter, he looks a lot more clean dribbling the ball. Remember how I said earlier when I mentioned the baby deer legs, where he's just like he don't know what he's doing.
He don't got that anymore.
He don't
got that anymore.
He's out there actually like he knows exactly what he wants to do. That move that he did to AD, not the one who he finished with the left, the one that he shot it off the glass, he literally posted up. He was never posting up AD these last 2 years.
Oh shoot, that's Jamal Crawford. I didn't even see that.
Bro, he worked with everybody. Yeah. Kevin Garnett, everybody, bro. Like he's tapped in. He looks like a complete animal this year. To cover over Stephon Castle as well made a leap. He looked fucking great in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like we said, me and Earl on this pod, trade De'Aaron Fox. That team is it. That team that they have now is it.
That's their only valid option.
Me and Jay told you guys they do not need him. He is not needed. That's probably the most. That might be not the worst because they didn't know they were gonna get the pick, but might be the most useless trade in the last 15 years.
And De'Aaron Fox is a top
It's so unfortunate because it wasn't even.
And he's a top 25 player.
It's so unfortunate because it wasn't even intended to be like that. It was just one of those things where he got there, he got injured, and then the Spurs got crazy luck and got.
Why do I need him? I can run Stephon Castle as my point guard. Devin Vassell, by the way, who's been balling at the 2. I don't need him. And Dylan Harper as my 6 man.
15 until I want to make changes. Debut. Play better than Cooper Flag. That's not being talked
about. Wait. If we're just saying it's Devin Vassell instead of De'Aaron Fox, then I'd rather have
why not? I'm saying, but you got to think about
if it's Dylan Harper, that's a different story.
It's not. They won. This is the same team.
By 40.
This is the same team that people been praising as a top 3 team in the NBA. This Mavericks team, they were talking about it all offseason, even without Kyrie.
Stephen A. really peddled that.
Every media outlet.
Myself on this pod hyped up that Mavs defense. I thought it was historic because Anthony Davis, Cooper Flag, Lively. That shit was non-existent that game. Like Stephon Castle was attacking any point guard matchup. D'Lo, I'm going at you. They put in Baby Nemhard. I'm going at you. He was attacking everybody. Even my guy off the bench, Carter Bryant, barely even played. Carter Bryant has to get minutes.
Yeah,
Jeremy Sohan was hurt. He got to get minutes, bro. Like, it's just no space for De'Aaron Fox. I love how the Spurs looked in that game. Run the ball through Stephon Castle, run the ball through Wemby, run the ball through Harper at the bench. In spurts, run it through Vassell.
Now, I'm gonna say this, but I don't want you guys to think I don't want you to think that I'm against the idea of trading De'Aaron Fox. In fact, I'm more fond of it than against it because it makes sense. They don't need him. But let me take a step back and a seat back and start thinking about it like I'm the Spurs. De'Aaron still hasn't gotten a real chance to play with Wemby like that yet. And if I'm at least trading for him, I gotta try it out. It didn't.
Omar, think about it like this. Think about it like this.
Before Wemby went out.
Yes, and guess what? This one singular game was better than all 5 of those games that we've seen.
Because Wemby unlocked a different level. He said, "Let me just take my
what I'm saying is this: you got 15 from Harper in his first game. What do you think happens if you add Fox?
And 0 turnovers.
Either Stephon Castle or Dylan Harper's minutes are getting reduced. That's just a fact. Yeah. One of those guys are losing out on rotation opportunities,
or maybe Devin
when
Vassell.
You bring him back.
Or it's probably Devin.
Still,
he's arguably the best pure scorer on the team. He has to play.
That's why I'm saying it'll probably just suffer. It'll probably won't dissipate completely, but it will suffer. Look, there's a lot of guys there, and like I just said, it's not that I'm not fond of the idea. It's the fact that I'm looking at it like I'm the Spurs, and I'm saying, damn, Wemby and De'Aaron Fox only played a couple of games with each other in all reality. They maybe actually played like 8 to 10 games together. They didn't play that many games together, and they want to. They're gonna want to at least try it out.
They can be better than beating a defensive-minded team by 30+ points. That can get better. They can
reel it in.
50. I loved everybody knows their role. When De'Aaron Fox is on the court, he got to have the ball. He's not off. What did they do to Tyrese Halliburton because De'Aaron Fox said, I need the ball? They shipped away Tyrese Halliburton. That shit didn't
Was that because of De'Aaron Fox or was that because of the Kings?
No, because De'Aaron Fox needed the ball. De'Aaron Fox needs the ball.
Look, and I'll say this, man. You go trade Fox and go get a small forward. I don't want to see Harrison Barnes on the floor no more.
Ever.
Go get me a small forward. Go get me a small forward.
Get 5 first.
Go get Brandon Ingram.
Get 10 for. Get however many.
They're not moving Ingram.
No.
You don't even need a player.
Get a
just
small forward, or go get picked. Hey, you want this guy? Shoot. I know a team who can use one.
You feel me? I think the Spurs look great without Fox, but let's move on to the next game. We were on this one for a little while. Let's go to last night's game. Nuggets Warriors, y'all. I'll start this one off.
Cinema,
absolute cinema.
And
you got Curry versus Jokic.
Can I say something really quickly before we start? Because we're reacting to it a day after. We obviously know what happened during that game. Aaron Gordon hits 10 3-pointers.
Yes.
Do you want to know what's funny about that?
I know what you're gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna say? Yeah. He tied Terry Rozier for the most amount of threes in a game.
Opening day.
Yeah. In an opening night for 10 3-pointers. Or Terry Rozier. And everything that happened earlier that day, it was just really funny.
He was coinkydink. Crazy.
Crazy coinkydink.
But last night, that game was great. I mean, I'm just going to fast forward to the second half in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Aaron Gordon starts off the game 7 for 7 in the first half, ends up like 10 for 11, 10 for 12 from 3.
10 for 10.
He's hitting 10 for, bro. He hit every 3, it looks like, at a point. Literally, he was hitting every 3. He was out shooting Steph Curry in a gym. Like, usually that never happens. He outshot Steph Curry. Denver Nuggets bench, something that was gross last year, looked way better without Jokic. They sat Jokic for extensive minutes, playing Valanciunas at the 5 with Bruce Brown, Jamal Murray. Loved their new bench. Cam Johnson, I know it's only one game. Got to hit more shots. Cam was wide butt open. He was missing. But, hey, first game of the year, I don't expect excellence. You know, Nikola Jokic in this game could not hit a shot. Nikola Jokic had the highest three-point percentage of his career last year, shot 42% in this game. I think he was, 2 for 8, 2 for 10 from 3 last night? Jokic couldn't buy a bucket. Like, he is kind of the reason that they lost this game. The Warriors were collapsing the paint. Draymond Green would either double off the screen and just leave Jokic. He was kind of waving Jokic all like, yo, you can shoot that shit all day. Jokic could not hit the shot. Aaron Gordon helped as much as he could. Jamal Murray had like 23 and 9 as well. Jokic had a triple-double. I think that this is a bigger win for the Warriors than it. I think this is a bigger loss for the Nuggets than it is a big win for the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the Nuggets could have easily won this game. They had some blown coverage on defense down the stretch. Like I said, Jokic couldn't hit a shot. Cam Johnson couldn't hit a shot to save his life. Turnovers. But that, not to discredit the Warriors at all. Jimmy Butler, Kuminga, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. As long as those four are on the court, they're going to be a good team. Like,
yeah,
when they're on the court together, Pods is off to a very slow start. This rookie, Will Richard, out of Florida, is hooping, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there playing confident, skying for rebounds, hit some threes last night, playing some good defense, playing with a whole bunch of effort. I mean, Gary Payton Jr. comes in, plays with all the effort in the world. I think that this Warriors team does look good to start the year. I was very pessimistic on them going into the year. I thought they were in the same category as the Clippers, just a whole bunch of unks. You sign Al Horford, Draymond Green's 36, Curry's 36, Jimmy's 30. Like, these are all guys that are past 35 years old. They're old. And they did
Curry still looks like he's in his prime.
I had the argument that Curry looks like he's kind of getting better every year. Like,
Yep.
Curry is playing defense more and more every year. He's getting stronger. He's going to that rim. Like, when they're blocking Curry off from shooting threes, he's getting to the basket with ease, especially with Jokic in the paint. No contest in the paint when Jokic is in the game, obviously. But this game was great. Went into overtime. Absolute cinema. I'll pass it on to whoever wants it, man. What a game.
Yeah, I'll just say great game. I think you pretty much covered it all. I love what I've seen from both sides. Curry had a really cold start, and then the second half he went absolutely nuclear. He had a stretch of the game where he made 16 points in a row. He scored 16 points in a row.
Yes.
Yes. It was crazy to watch, bro. Like, I had it on kind of in the background while I was doing other things, and then you know how it goes. Announcers start talking. I'm like, okay, let me just turn this back on and turn the full volume, sit up and watch. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, I think that just proves the point. Like, NBA is back. Every game to me, most games have been really great to fun. Well, really fun to watch. Sorry.
True.
I mean, I had a feeling that at least one of these games, Steph Curry was going to go off like that. I think I had the prediction it was like 2 episodes ago where we were predicting we were predicting what would happen during the games, and I was saying I said it would be opening night where it would be Luka and Curry, and each team wouldn't really have a response for one another. And instead of Curry, it was Jimmy Butler because they decided to throw Gabe Vincent on him for some reason, like we discussed. But it was Steph Curry in this game for sure. He really went off and he, shot the lights out of the 40, ball.
38?
I understand Aaron Gordon also outshot him, which is like amazing in poetry. But it just happens to tell you because he started off like really slow. He wasn't playing really well, and then he ramped it up in the second half and really showed who he is and why he is Steph Curry and why he's the best shooter of all time. Shout out Aaron Gordon though, man. He was carrying that team on his back. So
yeah, man, it was a great game. We got overtime. Warriors squeezed that one out. And to end off, we got one more topic to talk about. We got a new segment going on. We're gonna give our weekend picks, game of the weekend. Each of us are going to choose a different game. We're going to talk about who we like, why we like them, and might give some little props if y'all want to take some. Listen to us. We're not sponsored by nobody, so don't know.
No,
yeah.
So not yet.
But I'm gonna start us off with game of the weekend. I gotta go. Y'all know me. I'm a Bulls fan. Y'all see the banner in the back. I'm a Magic fan because I'm in Orlando. That's game of the weekend tomorrow night. Bulls versus Magic in Orlando. Unfortunately, I cannot go to the game. Who knows? I might pull some out my hat, might go. But Bulls Magic tomorrow. My Bulls looked really good on Wednesday night versus the Pistons. I cannot believe we looked that good. We were pushing the pace. Like Josh Giddey, as soon as that ball came off the rim, the ball's up court. It's up to the next man. Either it's Matas Buzelis, Tyus Jones, or Trey Jones. My fault. Just pushing the ball up court. We were a track team that game. We outpaced the Pistons. We got Jalen Duren in early foul trouble, got him off the court. Even though Isaiah Stewart did have a dominant game, he had like 25 and 10. Nikola Vucevic does what he always does. a consistent 15, 20, and 10 every night. Josh Giddey near triple-double. Matas had 21 opening game. I do love how the Bulls offense looked that opening night, but the Orlando Magic defense at home, man, I just can't go against them. The Magic opened up their season against the Miami Heat. It ended up going down to the wire in a really good game. I think the Magic won by like 4 points and now won like 121, 125. Desmond Bane fit like a glove, y'all. Just like how we talked about on the pod, Desmond Bane is literally what the Magic needed. I think he had 23 in his first game as a Magic, hitting threes. He complements Jalen Suggs very well because Jalen Suggs cannot run the point guard throughout the entirety of a game. They brought in Bane. They were alternating, bringing the ball up the court. And, of course, Franz and Paolo can do the same. I loved what I saw from the Magic opening night. But who I'm going to pick for this game, Orlando Magic at home. Give me the Magic, man. I'm taking the Magic at home. They were a top 5 home team last year. They had the best home defense in the league last year. I expect their defense to crank up throughout the year. Give me the Magic. But pass the ball to Earl. Who you got for your game of the weekend, Earl?
Man, my game of the weekend is a very special one. I like to go a little bit more niche on these ones. I'm going Hornets versus Wizards, man. I think it's going to be a great game. If you guys didn't watch the Bucks game, it was basically a Giannis highlight fest, not going to lie to you. He was pretty much dunking and euroing on every single person on that roster, especially Alex Sarr. I know he probably had to go home and get some ice packs, but I think this will be game,
bro.
No, for real, it was bad. I'm sorry, it was bad. But what I will say is I like the young core. They're developing well. Trey Johnson had a really good rookie game. I think not a lot of people are going to talk about because they played the Bucks. He had 16 points in his debut. He looked solid. I think he's going to get comfortable as the games go on. And LaMelo Ball, to me, on the other side, the Hornets side, he had a bad – well, yeah, I'll say a bad game for himself. But going into this game, this will be his third game. And another game I was going to pick for this game of the week, Wizards. I just feel like a lot of people have good games versus the Wizards. Not going to say why. But this will be his third game of the season. I'm expecting LaMelo to get around this might be the 35-plus point. Almost double-double, maybe triple-double type of game from LaMelo. Okay. So given my game actual pick, I think I'm taking the Hornets, man. I think we're going to see one of those games that we seen like last year where we have a Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, absolute masterclass. But I think it's going to be close. I think shout out to who was it? Anthony Edwards said there's really no off days anymore. So I think a lot of teams are going to lock in and get some good ones.
Portland, he said. In Portland.
No, I'm just saying in general, there's more free games.
No free wins in Brooklyn.
How the hell did you know about that Hornet center? He's very solid. Kalkbrenner, I think.
Kalkbrenner?
Oh, yeah.
I saw you pick him up. He played a very good game, bro. He's very solid. I cannot lie. He looks good.
Hey, man. Little
solid big.
And this was before the game, and I didn't start him, but he is on the team.
So
who you got? Omar, game of the weekend.
So I do got two as well, like Earl said, but should I really? All right, let me break it down to one. I'm gonna break it down to one. The game that I have for the week, I actually have the Thunder versus the Hawks. I'm really looking forward to see this new look Hawks. I want to see how Kristaps is playing. I want to see how NAW is playing. I want to see how all of them kind of work together.
2 for 15 game one, by the way, NAW.
I'm sorry?
He went 2 for 15 game one against the Raptors.
Never mind. I'm good. But I do want to just see how that team looks fully because Trae Young finally has a couple people that he can actually pass the ball to, and, throw up even more lobs than he was last year, and just being an all around facilitator. So I think there's more on the table for Trae Young to do. Probably no, but on top of that, the Thunder are going to go pretty hard, right? I mean, we just saw them go another double overtime win.
Yep.
We saw that happen back to back with them. Who says it doesn't happen for a third time?
I mean,
Atlanta Hawks got it in them.
So listen, the Hawks are a good team, but that opening game against the Raptors was like borderline embarrassing for them. At home, You're a home opener. You come out in front of your home crowd and you play like that. You just got to be better. Like Trae Young looked like a pumpkin against taller guys. That's just what it is with Trae Young. Like when you put a taller defender on Trae Young, he looks cooked.
I mean, that's what happens with all guards, I feel like. And not all guards, but some guards.
Jalen Brunson against anybody, he's giving work. Jalen Brunson is an anomaly when it comes to small guards. He's giving work.
It's just that footwork is too phenomenal. And not everybody got that.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker, I know it's one game. He looked putrid. Like, that was hard to watch. 2 for 15, bro. Like, come on, gang.
Hey,
and then Jalen Johnson was the only player that played good. Jalen Johnson looked fire. He looked like Jalen Johnson last year before injury. But I like this game, Omar. That's my second pick for game of the weekend. I love that game.
I'm not going to go into it too much because of our time, but my original pick I was going to go with this was the Raptors versus the Mavericks. The Raptors looked good the other night versus the Atlanta Hawks, and I expect them to kind of carry that into next game. RJ Barrett had a big game. Scotty had a big game. Everybody had a big game. I want to see how that looks against one of the top defenses of the league, apparently, the Dallas Mavericks. I want to see Cooper Flag finally ball out. I feel like this is a more head-to-head matchup than we make it seem.
Yeah.
The Toronto Raptors look a lot better than a lot of people realize. And I know it's only one game. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but Toronto. Oh, by the way, who wins the Thunder versus Atlanta game? I think it's the Thunder. And who wins this game? I think the Mavericks pull this one out. I think they have a lot to make up for.
Are they in Toronto?
To be completely honest, yeah, I think they have a lot to make up for. And I think a lot of that defense that we started talking about preseason, I think it's going to come into play. I don't think it was completely gone with the Spurs, but Wemby.
So listen, that's a good game, Omar. That's a good game too. They did set up Cooper Flag. He's playing 2 of probably the best 5 defenses to start his career. Mm-hmm. Like, it was not sweet against the Spurs. This Raptors game will not be sweet as well. And like I told Max on the pod, the Raptors coach is a sicko.
Man,
like, did y'all see him
Max
after,
this?
Did y'all see him after the game in the locker room? Dapping up the players, like,
he's scared Emmanuel.
Like
quickly.
that is what they're coming with intensity every single night. Like, we must. Yep. Historically, Brandon Ingram's a terrible defender. Even he was out there trying it in that Hawks game. Like, everybody's shifting their feet, switching everything. Jamal Shedd's defense is solid. Scotty Barnes, he's probably going to end up. I won't go as far as he's going to be all defensive player, but if they finish the top 5 defense, some guys are going to make some all defensive teams on that roster. Like, I thought
for sure
that statement that they made in that first game was really like that.
Yeah,
but that's it for our games of the weekend. I can't wait to do this with Max. You know, Max will be back next week. Y'all know Max this week. But I think that covers it for the pod, y'all. We talked about everything. Talked about the gambling scandal, recapped the games of the week, and we gave y'all our games of the weekend in our new segment that we're going to be doing every week now, giving y'all some picks. If you don't know, no bets this week yet. No bets this week.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Definitely love these games for the weekend. Everybody went, and I think that's it. So, Omar, you can wrap us up. Omar, Earl.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate every single one of you guys. We've been releasing a lot of shorts recently. We've been gaining a good amount of subs.
YouTube is cooking.
The YouTube is cooking right now. We appreciate everybody that stayed in, and we will remember you guys when we're big. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Peace.